What if I cry?
Man, you look so pretty, baby.
There you go, baby.
The wind was blowing.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you saw by the title, we're going to be reacting to our wedding video from 3 years ago. Our wedding anniversary is January 29th. That's when we're going to be posting this video, so it's very fitting. So let's just go ahead and get started.
Whatever.
This is our laptop. As you can see, this is where we're going to be watching it.
Ooh.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
A permanent relationship of one man and one woman, freely and totally committed to each other as companions for life.
Remember the snow?
Man, it was so cold that day. The wind.
What if I cry? This is just the Dr. Pepper right now.
That's what they all say. Courtney, today's the day we've waited for so long. Today we join in a covenant to become one person for the rest of our lives. Today we take the next big step together in front of all the people that we love the most. This day has been a long time coming. We've talked about this day for close to a year now.
Girl.
Dreamed about the day when we would never have to leave
how
one
bad the
another.
audio is because we didn't have any mics.
Yes, we had our mics. We just like talked into our iPhones.
So bad.
Look at all my girls. We had 10 like bridesmaids and 10 rooms. Oh, this part makes me so. I cried like a baby before the wedding, and then like when I was walking down the aisle, I didn't cry at all. And
Yeah,
then I did a
I
first look.
was the complete opposite.
I did a first look with each of my brothers. Just bawling.
I had like no emotion at all, like getting ready or anything like that. I had some nerves, obviously, but just no show of emotion. And then as soon as I was standing out there waiting for her to open, like waiting for the doors to open, her to walk down the aisle, I mean, I was just like a child.
It was so sweet.
Just
like,
a
he had
waterfall.
his hands on his knees, like
Yeah, I was like
he
struggling.
just cried.
I was
It
struggling.
was so
It
sweet.
was ridiculous.
Grant,
That's
wow,
brother.
we've made it to the
Yeah, go
day
back.
that we've always talked about.
That's my
The day we said couldn't come
my
soon
brother.
enough.
He was my best man.
And now we're
True.
here, and we're about to commit our lives together and join in a covenant to become one
See that clip
in front of the
doesn't fit.
people that we love and admire the most.
I loved how everything looked. We
I
had
know, so fancy.
we got married at a church, and then our location was somewhere different. So it was a church. I love having both locations. My little flower, my little flower girl.
Oh, my two nephews.
My flower girl and my ring bearer were two little kids. They were siblings that I used to babysit for years and years. When I was like, I think I started babysitting them when I was 16 and babysat them until I was probably 20, I think. So, very special. Oh, and I'm going to pause it and say this. So it was really, really special too because the same
yeah, I know what she's gonna say.
pastor that married us married my parents, and so it was really special to me to have them, you know, him marry us as well. His wife also sang at my parents' wedding, and she sang at our wedding, like when we were walking down the aisle. So a lot of the same like little things, and it was the same song that my parents walked down the aisle to,
You remember the name of the song?
was what we walked down the aisle to.
Grant
You don't
and
remember?
Not now.
Courtney, you're entering into the most
Like Kenny
holy
Rogers.
estate of matrimony, which is the deepest mystery of experience and the very sacrament of divine love. Grant and Courtney, will you
I love
turn
this clip.
and face each other?
That's not even the church that we got married at. All those B-roll clips, they were months later because the weather was so bad. We couldn't get any pictures day of.
Those are all
My
his
brothers and my dad.
and my brothers and Hannah.
So random. There's the whole squad.
This was the venue.
I didn't realize there was a kid walking in front right as the door opened.
It
Yeah,
was
that's
so
the
pretty. Like it was all
Wedding
candlelight.
reception. There's my mom.
Grant, I just want you to know that Hannah and I are always here for you. We're always here for you and Courtney. You found an amazing bride for yourself. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I mean, I didn't have any part of it. It was all Hannah. So But
And the person that's talking, you'll see that's his brother. It was his wedding that we actually met at. So it was really special to have him speak. And you'll hear like in his whole speech, he mentioned like when it was his wedding, he saw me like looking at Grant, and like Grant was looking at me.
Because I was his best man as well. And so when I was making my best man speech for his wedding, he said that he saw her looking at me the whole time. And he said like, that was the moment where he thought like they might actually get together and get, or maybe even get married.
It's just a full circle moment. Then like now he's at our wedding.
Yeah.
It's like a couple years later, whatever.
No, I really am. We're always here for you. We're gonna be praying for you guys. We're so happy and so thankful
so
that Courtney now you're in our family, and we're praying for you all the time. If you ever need us, we're right here. Thanks.
For a little while, Courtney and I worked together, and she brought in wedding pictures from one of her friends' weddings, and we were looking at them, and I saw this boy with glasses on, and I said, "Who's that boy? Do you like him?" And she said, "No, I don't like him." And I said, "Yes, you do, and you're going to marry him one day."
That's crazy.
It was so funny because that actually happened. You've heard this story so many times, but we worked together a couple days after the wedding, and so we were just working, and she's like, "How was your friend's wedding, whatever, and let me see some pictures." And I was like, "I don't have any pictures." She went on Facebook and looked up my friend. One of the pictures was just Grant and all of his brothers, and I mean I hadn't even seen the pictures before, but she was swiping and she's never met my friend that got married. She obviously hadn't seen Grant or any of his siblings, and she stopped on that picture of when Grant was in it, and she said, "Hold on." And then like she said, she pointed at him and she was like, "Who is that?"
Just crazy.
I said, "I don't know. I have no idea. Probably just a wedding guest." She's like, "No. You know who that is." I was like, "I think that's like my friend's brother-in-laws, like all of the brother-in-laws." And she's like, "This one, like you like him, don't you?" And I was like, "No, I don't even know his name." She's like, "No, you like him and you're gonna marry him one day."
That's just wild.
And I was like, "There's like, what do you," and then my face turned beet red because obviously I'd seen him and I had a huge crush on him. It was insane. She did stuff like that all the time.
And now they're married.
Man, that reception was so fun.
It was the best reception. So many people told us like they hadn't danced in so long.
I know it.
And I felt really bad for his siblings because a lot of them had just gotten married, and they got married in a church and weren't allowed to dance like after their reception. And so I felt like it was just a makeup dance party.
Yeah, no kidding. It really was just epic.
And he had some moves. Everyone came up to me later like, "I didn't know he could dance like that." You know?
I didn't either. I wasn't
dad.
dancing, I was just moving.
It was so fun because that was my dad you just saw. And he's like the funniest character ever.
He really is a character.
Tell him about the circle that formed.
Well, yeah, so you know when you're in a dance party and everybody's vibing and everything, eventually a circle gets formed and whoever's left in the center is like, you know, dancing the solo or whatever. He was the very first center of the circle and he just starts pulling out all these moves out of nowhere and dancing.
Crazy, yeah.
Not real dance moves, just his own little thing, and it was just so funny. I'm sure she'll put clips in it.
So much, so it's like
it just worked. It was hilarious, you know. And then as soon as he got out, somebody pushed somebody else in, and it just went for like an hour.
He was kind of to the back, just being his random crazy self.
Yep.
And my mom was like, "Yeah," and I was like, you know, egging him on to keep going. And then before he knew it, he looked up, and the whole wedding party there was a circle around him, so he didn't know what to do. And he just started like going with it, and I was so happy he did that.
Yeah.
And then that's when everything busted out. We did the shoe game.
Yeah.
There you go, baby. Our half wedding cake.
That poor cake.
It had fallen. You can go back and watch all of the stories. We talked about all of this.
Yeah.
But our wedding cake fell, so it was like half there.
Yeah, there's the circle.
Yeah. Little nephew.
My two good friends. There's her dad again. Some more of my friends and my brother-in-law.
I don't know what I was doing there, but...
My little nephew.
And then our exit with like the firecracker, whatever thing. It was so fun.
It was cold too. Pictures were like months later, but they're really, really good.
That was so sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, we
I
haven't
cannot
watched
believe
that.
that was 3 years ago.
That was so sweet. I didn't cry. That was us reacting to our wedding video from 3 years ago. Can't believe it's been that long. But if you enjoyed it, then definitely subscribe to our channel, like the video for more content like this, and we will see you in our next video.
Cheers to the next 3 years.
Sir. Love you, babe.
Love you too.
Bye, guys.